Since Bruno Fernandes joined the club, he's been involved in over half of Manchester United's goals, Rene. Over half since he signed the dotted line in January. Got himself on the score sheet today to give Manchester United the lead. But as we look at it, can United be too reliant on him? Can that be an issue?
Well, I think United can only have one New Year's wish, and that'll be for Fernandes not to get injured or get suspended. I really do, because his energy is unbelievable. His energy levels. And look at this goal here again. It is absolutely fantastic run. I think obviously the right back of Leicester should have done better, because he could see him in that sort of position. But the timing of the run and the Cavani's ball in, fantastic. And also you can see other front players playing off. We took Fernandes, you spoke about Rashford. But as soon as Fernandes gets on the ball, Rashford is on his way. You see he's making his runs, you know, his timed runs, and Fernandes is just so important for Manchester United, because he gives them rhythm, he's a winner, he's a leader, he creates assists and he scores goals.
You can see the table. Since he made his debut, second, only behind Liverpool, 59 points to 60, since Bruno Fernandes made his debut. Was it a heart-in-the-mouth kind of moment when it looked like he could have been sent off?
Well, I do think he sometimes plays because he's a winner. He plays really, you know, right up to the edge. Little fouls, little clips here and there, little pushes. And he's been lucky a few times, I think, in other games as well. But he must be definitely, since he came into the Premier League, the player that has made the biggest impact. I mean, you know, there's obviously other good players in other teams in Liverpool and City, but his impact has been, you know, fantastic.
Danny, would Manchester United be winning all these games? I know today they drew, but away from home prior to this, it was a perfect record. Would they have won all those games without Bruno Fernandes in the side?
No, I don't think so. And listen, obviously it's a team game, but sometimes players come into a team that just make everyone else around them raise their game. You know, like Rennie said, he's a winner. The passion that he's got for the game, you know, he's just an unbelievable player that he just obviously making Man United tick. And I think, you know, when he finds them spaces and them pockets, if you're Marcus Rashford, Cavani, Mason Greenwood, you know, if you make them forward runs, he's going to find you. You know, whether it's one such, two such. So I think you've got to give him a lot of credit for what he's doing. Yes, okay, he's scored a lot of penalties, but I just think his impact throughout the game, throughout the 90 minutes, is crucial to the table you just shown there. Is why they're only, you know, 1 point behind Liverpool since he signed.
When I look at certain teams, Rene, Liverpool, they said that if Van Dijk got injured, they would be in big trouble. They haven't shown to be in big trouble at all. They're still top of the table. With Spurs, they said if Kane was to get injured, and in the past they have struggled without their talisman up front, yes. But if Manchester United were to lose Fernandes, say, to a 3-game suspension or to an injury, where would they be without him?
I think it will be by far difficult. Yes, they've got other players that go in that position, i.e. Pogba or Van de Beek, but they wouldn't have the same impact as him. You know, like I said, I'm so impressed with his energy levels. He's not afraid of working hard. Like Danny says, he drives the team on. He always is looking to hurt the opposition, whether it's with a pass, like breaking lines in behind. He's not afraid to shoot from distance. You know, he's got quite a lot of attempts. It's a player that United rely on heavily, and I'm sure that if he wouldn't be there, then it will definitely has an effect on United's football.
But is it too much of a reliance? Can you be too reliant on a player, Rene?
You can, but having said that, I still think United has got a lot of good players. But the evidence can only be, you know, the proof can only be in the pudding if that would to happen, you know. And Solskjaer said it before the game. We need to go with another good run of games with a lot of points to the ball. But that's why you see him picking him, Fernandes, you know, time and time again. That's why he plays so many games.
Rene, we can say that, but before Fernandes joined, I think we're forgetting how low down the table Manchester United were. They were nowhere near a Champions League spot. When Fernandes came in, that's when they rocketed right up the table and secured a top 4 spot on the final day of last season. Now, the only addition to that squad would be Donny van de Beek, who can hardly get any game time. So it's fine and dandy to say that Manchester United have lots of other players, but none of them have really been able to show it previously. I'm going to add in Cavani's name as well as an addition since Fernandes joined.
What has happened, and I think that's where what Danny alluded to before, it's Fernandes has been very important, but the team around him has developed with him as well. You know, in all those games that he's playing. Yes, he's a very important catalyst, but I think the team as a whole, in United as a whole, they've started to play better. I think individually you get better performances, you know, from individuals, and up front, I think Rashford and Greenwood and all those other players, Cavani, like you just mentioned, has come in. They have all sort of benefited from it. So I don't think they would fall as far back without him as where they were when he just joined the club.
Danny, is he saying the right things there? I don't hear an attacking player usually confess to losing the ball so publicly in the context of aiding his defence like that. It seems like a real leader, even in his post-match interview.
Yeah, you just took the words out of my mouth. I wrote it down there. He's showing that he's a leader. You know, he's come out and he said, you know what, he's lost the ball. You know, you can't blame the defence. He knows in them areas he should do better and keep the ball. But even towards the end of the interview, he's saying, yeah, you know, we're hyping him up about his goals and assists, you know, individual statistics. But he's still saying he can do more. He wants to get better, and he wants trophies. And that's why he's at Man United. And he just reminds, you know, Rene will tell you a lot more, but he just the way he speaks, the way he carries himself, he just reminds me a bit like Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's what he was like. He wanted to do more. He wanted more goals. He wanted more assists. He wants to win trophies. You know, and it's a joy to watch him. And I said I really enjoyed listening to that interview there, because that is a Man United player that we're listening to and watching.
Rene, comparisons to Ronaldo, it's obvious because of the countries they're from, but everything else as well?
Yeah, I can see where Danny's coming from. I think there's a significant difference. I mean, Cristiano, he wanted all that. He wanted to win games. He wanted to win trophies. But more than anything, he also wanted to become the best footballer in the world. And then again, and then again. So there is a comparison in terms of the ambition that they have with Manchester United or any club they would play for, because Cristiano Ronaldo's ambitions going to Real Madrid was exactly the same, winning the league, winning the Champions League. But personally, he would want to be the best player in the world. With Bruno, I don't think he will care too much about that. He is a real team player, as you could see in the interview. He wants the best for Manchester United. He was annoyed with that equaliser. You could see, because you could see we need to win games. There's still this fragility at times with United in seeing those games out. And if you want to really compete for the title, and they're actually in a good position with a game in hand, you have to see those games out, because you're directly winning against one of your competitors.